Hey.
Come here.
Were you looking to talk?
Now.
To
Hey, MP, how are you?
My man John, what's going on, man?
All right.
You chilling?
No, I'm chilling. I'm here doing all right.
All right.
Hey, listen, you'll tell Ashley that I was here on time, right? Well, so you've had a little time now to get acclimated to your new team and your new city.
That's a great question. Not at all, man. I mean, I'm confident in who I am and what I bring to this table. You know what I'm saying? And as time goes on, the city will learn to love what I do.
Okay, then. Last question. Now that you're finding your footing on this team and with the fans.
This might not be my hometown, but this is my city now. You know what I'm saying? And the good news for everyone living here is that their lives about to get a whole...
Well, thank you, MP. It's been great spending time with you.
Likewise, man.
Hey, now...
Lock
good
up.
stuff, good stuff.
We coming with that Miami defense.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
oh, I see you, Bash. Oh, that was a good pass. I tried to hit you, though, Bash.
Oh, here it go. Here it
Good
go.
shot. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Good game. GG's.
I make them when they count, you know?
Oh, that was really great.
And if your team is starting out slower than anticipated, how do you prevent frustration from setting in, Grant?
That's a tough one. I mean,
San Antonio ends up going with a new group, and the Bulls making a change here. On the court for the Bulls, they've got Andre Drummond. DeMar DeRozan is out there with Zach LaVine. Then it's Ball, and it's G in at the 2.
and just wasn't able to set up in time.
Back to McDermott. Pass to Graham. There's the 3. DeRozan with the rebound. Chicago has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. And here's Ball, defended by McDermott. Here's G. And the bucket is good. Now, there always seems to be some debate about MP's place in the league, but I do think he passes the eye test.
Well, if you know what to look for, the answer is clear. MP may not always have an impressive stat line, but you can just tell he's a difference maker on the court.
From 20 feet. Rebound by the Bulls. And going against San Antonio, their first meeting of the year.
And they swept the team last season, got the upper hand, and sustained the momentum.
But hey, it's a different season, and anything can happen. This Spurs franchise, one of the most storied in the sport, really trying to get back to their winning ways.
Some changes for Chicago. Williams is checked in for DeRozan. Green comes in for LaVine. And it's Caruso in for Ball. Well, Smitty, how about the Spurs here? A short playoff drought the last few seasons.
They've only missed the playoffs 7 times since coming to San Antonio, BA, including the last 3 years in a row. This fan base isn't used to these types of seasons.
Back to Graham. 5 to shoot. A shot to stop the drought. Williams grabs the board.
Not sure if that's the shot you were looking for, but it's a fairly clean look. Almost have to take it.
The shot's good. He has 7.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
Pass to McDermott. Now Graham. Williams grabs the board. The Bulls have gone 6 of 13 so far in this one. Down low. Here's G. Touch off the glass. Now just a 1-point San Antonio lead.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Graham, the pass to Birch. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one. Chicago with the ball. Right now on a 14-0 run. G's shot is good.
And what's working here? Each to make the next pass.
San Antonio's gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. To the paint. Here's Birch. Can't get it to fall.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
Basket's good. Now it's a 3-point Chicago lead.
Alex Caruso. He can make that pass in his sleep.
Here's Graham. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
The shot off that time, and it's Chicago the other way.
I don't know how many misses that is in a row, but I know it's ugly.
And they're building up steam, getting out in front and trying not to look back.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Low resistance to the finish line.
Yeah, nice finish from him on that drive. Uses his body well and helps extend the lead.
Ooh, Graham can't get that one to fall.
To me, there's a fine line between being aggressive and just flat out forcing it. His inability to make shots right now is sinking the ship.
The officials were right on top of that one.
To give you an idea of how good the Bulls were last season, they spent 56 days atop the Eastern Conference, but ultimately they couldn't overcome the injury to Lonzo Ball.
Jones, he's checked in for San Antonio. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And Smitty, that was the story in the East last season. So many injuries.
It was, B.A., both in the regular season and in the playoffs. They have that next man up mentality. But when one of your stars goes down, there's not much you can do. Beautiful location on the pass, as usual. Led his man. Perfectly.
Here's G, defended by Jones. G, that one's off. His first miss in 9 attempts.
The way they've gotten after rebounds has been impressive.
To the middle. Bates Diop with the bucket. Bates Diop's got his second bucket on the night.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Here's G. That one's true. He's now 9 of 10.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Outside Jones. Pass to Bates Diop. Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's G. Antonio.
You can see why he's not really known for his touch around the basket.
And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response.
Puts it up from 12. Jones misses.
Hard to catch up when you can't hit shots. This is a quarter he liked to forget.
Number 91. Assist goes to
Here's Jones.
Andre Drummond. Bulls foul. Number 91. First personal foul. Third team foul. Coming onto the floor for the Bulls, Derrick Jones Jr.
Jones finds McDermott. Again, the miss by the Spurs. And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
Spurs fans, no reason to gripe.
Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And before we move on, what do you think about what we've seen here from the Bulls tonight?
Well, so far, they've got things rolling along nicely at the offensive end.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
At the 2 and the 3, it's Vassell and Johnson. And it's Bassey in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the San Antonio 5.
That's a foul he wanted to avoid. And he definitely doesn't want to pick up his third before the half.
We always talk about great footwork for post players, but how about perimeter players?
You know, I'm glad you brought that up, B.A. Great perimeter players have elite footwork. The footwork helps to create the opportunity to score, whether that's shooting a 3 off the dribble or even in the post-up. Great, elite, fantastic, iconic guards who could do it all have superior footwork. Believe that.
McDermott on your squad is like having a guy that you can rely on knocking down shots from the stretch 4 position.
To the inside from 12 feet. Count it. Good. That's 29 for him.
This first half has been all him. He's getting to his spots and going to work.
On the wing, McDermott. Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone. I mean, there are some great guys in this league. Coach Greg Popovich sticks out. Just a tremendous person. I love competing against his teams.
Coach Pop, the NBA all-time leader in wins. Any memories facing off with his Spurs?
Well, I always knew that his teams would play hard. They'd be prepared. They played the right way. And, of course, they exemplified the toughness and character of their leader, Coach Pop.
Smitty, what you like about this Bulls offense, they tend to take good shots.
Reason why, B.A., they've got veteran scorers who are disciplined, patient. It's difficult for defenses to speed them up.
The drive by McDermott. And McDermott with a slam.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Going all in, that was the 2K drive. Well worth a second look.
Yeah, talent is one thing, but it's about the want to. Up big, but not settling. Continue to press the attack.
Come to me, come to me.
Here's G. Here's Caruso. Drops in the layup for 2.
Caruso.
And the Bulls lead by 20.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
Jones, the pass to Birch. Now McDermott lets it go from deep. Jones grabs the board. 3 on 3. Pass to G. San Antonio with a rebound. They come into this one following the loss to Minnesota.
It's simple. Your defense has to be razor sharp on the road. You really want to take the crowd out of the game. Easier said than done.
Yes, the other team is feeding off that enthusiasm. You have to try and match that energy.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass. You just couldn't make the connection, but you appreciate their attempt at moving the ball.
And the Spurs making a change here. Johnson's checked in. So it's San Antonio now. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
Here's G. Uses the glass on the layup. He's got 34.
They're really working the paint now.
Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over.
Coach definitely wants to talk about their interior defense, which has not been impressive.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
Right side Jones. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's going to go on Andre Drummond. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
For me, they made a point to attack inside early in the game, and it's paid off for them. A lot of solid looks in the paint.
And, of course, taking it inside, always a great game plan. And I'm curious if there'll be an adjustment from the defensive end. Maybe sag off some shooters a little.
And the Spurs shooting at 30%. Here in the second. Shoots from the right block. Good. He hits the jumper. Jones has gotten 4 this quarter. 1:57 left in the second. Here's G, defended by Jones. Here's G. Drops it in on the fadeaway. And the Bulls lead by 20.
Yeah, more points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
He's guarded by Caruso. Driving to the basket. Pass to Bates-Diop. Out left to the wing. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Johnson. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Derrick Jones Jr.
And when you think of the time Johnson spent with the U.S. team, I mean, the coaches and players he was around, absolutely huge for this young player and his development.
And he makes the first. Johnson was part of that U.S. team that played in 2021. Man, what a great experience, Grant.
Oh, B.A., I mean, I can speak in great detail how much you can gain playing for the U.S. team. Johnson continued to grow as a player after that summer and was a great addition to that team as well.
The Spurs making a switch here. Bassey's checked in, and the shot goes. Drummond's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Here's Bates-Diop, defended by Jones. There's 49 seconds left in the first half. The shot no good.
Ain't no fuckskin way.
Now White, still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Good.
Time and time again, they're creating good looks from close range.
Now here's Jones. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Getting themselves to the line this quarter is a good way to get their offense rolling.
Line for San Antonio, Trey Jones. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
He's in attack mode, drawing contact now, getting to the line, something he didn't do at all in the first quarter.
Chicago's gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Here's G, defended by Jones. Drummond, oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
A man among boys on the offensive glass. Andre Drummond picks up a lot of extra points this way.
Emoji face with tears of joy. Emoji face with tears of joy.
It's stolen. And so it's Chicago with a commanding 22-point lead going into the break. Defense is setting the tone. Back to the game after this break. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten.
Substitution on the court.
On the court for Chicago, Levine is the 2 with Williams at the 3. Andre Drummond is out there with Derek Jones. And it's G in at the point.
He's been locked in all night, and he's taking good shots.
Inside. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Great pass from Devin. He's all about doing what's best for the team.
Chicago has gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. Here's G. Good work there as it goes. He's got 42.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Here's Graham. Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass.
We talk about Williams' physical abilities, but right there, you see the awareness and willingness to be unselfish.
Outside Graham. Pass to Vassell. Back to Graham. From behind the arc. Chicago grabs the miss. Drummond's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. And Devontae Graham is going to pick up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
Spurs foul.
A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Chicago.
They are dominating the paint in this one. Consistent work inside throughout the game.
And also, their mid-range game has been outstanding. They're just finding holes in the defense and exploiting them.
And Spurs coach Greg Popovich last season moving into 1st all-time for coaching wins, Graham.
That's right, B.A. I mean, all those wins coming with one. Organization, the Spurs. Now, when he hangs up his whistle, he'll be in the conversation for the greatest coach in NBA history. And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
Right wing. Here's Bates Diop. Oh, rejected by Drummond.
It's amazing Drummond doesn't block more shots. He has a 9-foot stand.
And yes, another basket.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. And the Spurs call time here.
It's time to talk this over and try to put a stop to this run.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
Birch, he's checked in for San Antonio. McDermott comes in for Vassell. Oh, deflected. And a fast break now for the Bulls. The finish. Good. That's another bucket.
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now. San Antonio's gone 4 of 9 from beyond the arc since the break. Back to Graham to end the run. The shot misses. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Here's G. The rebound by the Spurs. Tate Diop's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's McDermott driving inside. And McDermott with a slam.
Good ball movement from Devontae Graham, noticing the wide open teammate and getting it to him.
1:46 left to play in the third. Here's G. What an incredible scoring display he's putting on tonight.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Well, the Spurs shooting just 37% so far in this one.
This could be a problem. That's his 4th foul with plenty of basketball left to play.
Caruso, he's checked in for Zach LaVine.
Coming on to the floor for the Bulls.
And now it's time to take another view of that huge swat.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
A minute 20 left in the third quarter. From the high post. Knocked loose.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
Steps back and shoots. The shot comes out. Good work defensively by Caruso.
And all quarter long, it's been the same story. Inconsistent with his offense.
And so it's San Antonio with it. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Back to Graham. 3-pointer. That shot off. Now Chicago takes it the other way.
He's been of no help stretching the floor tonight. Just 1 3 in the first half. Nothing in the second.
Earning his money on the interior tonight. That's a nice move.
On the wing, McDermott. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Back to Graham. Wing shot on the way. Chicago grabs the miss.
Something's off about him this quarter.
And it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can result in missing everything.
Spurs ball. Number 91, 5th personal foul, 4th team foul.
And the first one at the line is good.
The former second-round draft pick, Devontae Graham, now a key contributor who can really fill it up.
Pass to G. And again.
This game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. And so it's the Chicago Bulls with an almost surefire victory here. Up 32 at the end of the quarter and dominating. They're communicating well and stringing together stops. Head coach Billy Donovan is mic'd up along the sideline. Let's check.
Exert yourself by being...
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. McDermott for 3. It doesn't go for him. Now Chicago takes it the other way. And for the Bulls, Derek Jones is out there with Javonte Green. Then it's Alex Caruso. Then it's Andre Drummond. And it's G in at the point. McDermott outside. Knocks it loose. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Green.
San Antonio ball.
Here's McDermott.
MOG Bullseye.
Fires the three.
I can see he's pressing a little now, trying desperately to help them shrink this deficit.
Pass to G. You know, for team owners, it often seems best not to take too active role in basketball decisions. But, Grant, you're a team owner. How do you feel about this?
Well, it's a tough situation, B.A. Many of these owners have made tremendous amounts of money building their fortunes, of course, being very hands-on with their business. But basketball is a different kind of business. Success is not always linear. And sometimes as an owner, you're not an expert when it comes to this particular business. So it's interesting kind of being engaged, but not being too hands-on and letting your people do their job to the best that they can.
Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Beverly, he's checking. So it's the Bulls winning this one easily. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. We never expect a road team to just waltz
You'll
in
make it
and
one day,
cruise to
bro.
the
Keep
type of victory
grinding.
like we saw
MOG
tonight.
Bullseye.
Thank
MOG
you for
folded
joining us.
hands.
That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Steve Smith, and Ali LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thanks for watching tonight's game. We'll see you next time.
MOG fire. MOG thumbs up.
Wow, you really showed out tonight. Is this the best game of...
Man, I don't see it that way. You know, I've had a bunch of good games. Yeah, I scored a lot of points or whatever, but I could do more. You know, I'm just glad that we got this win. But nah, man, this ain't my best game. I can do a whole lot more.
Oh, yeah? I mean, what else could you do? How could you possibly play better on offense?
first time jumping into my team, I definitely want you to get used to just the mode in general. Definitely try out like clutch time. Clutch time is a 5-minute quarter game. You're basically jumping into the fourth quarter. It's tied up. Try that offline first. I definitely recommend the offline stuff to get used to like the different animations. But after that,
And while it's still very early in the season, the top teams, Greg, have already started to distinguish themselves across the NBA.
Substitution.
Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Andre Drummond's checked in for Vucevic. Williams comes in for Levine. Kobe White, he's checked in for Alex Caruso. And G's subbed in for Lonzo Ball. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Reedy's checked in for Montrezl Harrell. McDaniels comes in for P.J. Tucker. D'Anthony Melton, he's checked in for Maxey. And it's Shake Milton in for James Harden. So with Harden on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. McDaniels is out there with Harris. Then it's Reed. Then it's Shake Milton. And it's Melton in at the shooting guard position. Harris outside. On the wing, Melton. Here's Milton. The 76ers again can't hit it. Bulls leading by 7. Earlier, David Aldridge spoke with head coach Doc Rivers. What'd you find out, David?
Well, Kevin, look, he thinks their long-range shooting can make all the difference, not taking anything away from the defense they're going up against. But he did say he'd be surprised if his guys didn't shoot a high percentage from outside. Pretty confident coach, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Always want to get those threes falling consistently. Javonte Green, he's checked in for the Bulls. On the wing, Melton. Shoots over White. It's Drummond with the rebound.
Well, the defense didn't have any impact on that shot, but somehow he still misses it.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Chicago shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And they shot 81% from the line last season as a team, so you really can't find fault with what they're able to do there.
Harris, and slam dunk by Harris.
That body control, baby. Harris smashing through it.
The Bulls leading by 8. Now the pass to G. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
And since Tobias Harris got his big contract with the Sixers, Greg, some say they chose him over Jimmy Butler.
And while Tobias is nice, he's never been an all-star. And that's one of the few downsides to a big payday. Some might say he's overpaid. I'm sure he'll take the trade-off.
And you love seeing that great Mobile One drive a second time.
And it's finishes like that which have helped them build this lead here in the first half.
Here's Reed. No good that time. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Yeah, they seem unfazed by the hostile environment. I mean, just look at how efficiently they shot the ball.
He gets it in there.
Assisted basket. Coaches just love those, so credit Harris for the pass.
The Bulls leading by 12. Here's G. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Out to the right wing. Pass to Milton. He kicks it to McDaniels.
2 minutes.
Here's Harris. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
The 76ers trail by 14. On the wing, Melton. Oh, good on the triple.
He just looks off this quarter. Looks like he's forcing it a bit right now. A little bit in his head.
Harris outside. Passes it to McDaniels. Now here's Milton. Nobody near Milton. The 76ers with another miss.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
1:02 left to play here in the first. Harris looking it over. There's the three. And it's White with the rebound.
And with his team trying to trim this margin, his struggles this quarter, they're not helping things.
2 points. That one goes. And that's 17 points for G. And this team, Greg, drafting MP, hope he can grow into the leader here. It might take some time, but he should, I think, find his way.
And those intangibles were a big reason to draft MP. We'll keep an eye on him as he develops and steps into a leadership role for the team. And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
To the paint, here's McDaniels. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. This is his first free throw of the game.
And he hit his foul shots a season ago at about a 74% clip.
The free throw drops from McDaniels. Bulls making a switch here. Jones is checked in, and McDaniels drops them both. The Bulls leading by 18. Here's G. He just worked San Antonio in that last game. Can't get it in. He's only missed 2 of his 11 attempts.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
The 76ers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Shooting for Philadelphia, Shake Milton. 2 shots.
Throw good, Milton. All free throws good for Milton.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Here's G, and it's G finishing it off.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Yeah, they haven't appeared in a rush at all. They are just playing to their strengths and building this lead out well.
The 76ers have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
All free throws good for Milton. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. It's the Bulls up by 16. And we'll get going after this from United Center.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Bulls.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Bulls?
All I'm going to say is a few years ago, I would not expect this Bulls team to be in this position right now. They weren't dominating, but look at what they're doing now. It's a whole new era.
So on the floor for Philadelphia. Drummond's checked in for Vucevic. Green comes in for Derek Jones. And G's subbed in for Lonzo Ball. And then for Philadelphia, Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Reed. Tobias Harris comes in for McDaniel. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for James Harden. This Chicago team, Richard, has managed to turn things around after a string of 4 losing seasons.
And that's why you never count a team out. A few smart trades, some good draft pickups, that's all it takes for you to ascend the rankings and become a top team in this league.
And the right coach. Clearly, Billy was the right coach for this team.
Oh, yeah, and that too. Definitely a good coach.
And you talk to the great ball handlers, and they say, Greg, that footwork is an
WSG.
underappreciated aspect of it. Why is that?
It's like a dance. You're eluding the defender mostly with your feet. The ball handling part is just making sure the ball comes along for the ride.
Williams, he's checked in for Chicago.
Rank.
Kobe White comes in for Zach LaVine.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard
WSG.
and the backboard thus far.
Here's G. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 5 assists in the game.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, coach has to be thrilled. You can draw up all the X's and O's you want, but guys have to go out there and execute with enthusiasm.
Here's Chicago. They're on a 16-6 run. White dishes to Drummond. Here's G. Maxey grabs the miss. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for Philadelphia. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season.
And they usually came out on top when these two teams faced off last year. No surprise, they're the better team. And they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Outside, Maxey. Here's Melton. No good from outside.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
White finds Williams. Here's G, guarded by Harris. That one falls. That's 28 points for G.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Pass to Melton. A 3-ball. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
Got to find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not going to get it.
And again, another shot trained there from G. 30 points for G.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Milton the pass to Harrell. And Harrell slaps it in.
And once Harrell hits the launching pad, the defense doesn't have a lot of good options, making that jam seem unstoppable.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, guys. Now, Tobias Harris has been the leading scorer on teams in the NBA, but on the Sixers, he understands his role is different. He says, I'm not a guy who's going to press for looks. The ball's going to flow how it flows, and I just got to be ready when the opportunity comes my way. That's what winning basketball is all about. Kevin?
David, thank you. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
On the wing, Milton. That 3 off the mark.
More than a few bad breaks for him this quarter. He's struggling, and the team is following suit on the scoreboard.
And that one's good by G.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
So it's Philadelphia now. And here is Milton. 8 points for him. And there's the pass to Milton. Outside, Maxey. The 76ers again can't hit it. Chicago's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. White the pass to Green. Williams trying to break free, and again it will fall. That's good there from G.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
On the wing, Harris. They can't stop the run with that one.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
You know, Richard, at this point in his career, we expect Andre Drummond to average a double-double every season.
Yeah, well, and let's just say most years he doesn't disappoint. He's going to go down as one of the greatest rebounders in NBA history. He's physical and determined in the paint.
Now, here's Milton. He's guarded by Williams. And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That'll be his second foul of the game. And Philadelphia making a change here. Reed's checked in.
76er substitution, Paul Reed.
Chicago's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Here's G, drilled from 11 feet out. G's got 40 points.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Pass to Harris. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Here's Melton. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
And that's how you lead a team, literally.
Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
Here's G. Drops in the layup for 2. 42 points for G.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Philadelphia shooting just 29% in the second quarter. The offense is suffering. Shoots the 3. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's down low. G, no good.
Man, he looks spooked going up for that, man. You got to go up with a little bit more confidence. You got to say what you do.
And so it's Chicago.
With a score, the Bulls 80, the 76ers 40.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout.
Substitution.
Some changes. Jones comes in for Alex Caruso, and G's subbed in for Ball. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Reedy's checked in for Montrezl Harrell. McDaniels comes in for P.J. Tucker. D'Anthony Melton, he's checked in for Maxey. And it's Shake Milton in for James Harden. G, and they pick up 2. G's got 44.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. The wing set for him, Levine and DeRozan. Andre Drummond is out there with Jones, and it's G in at the point guard position. Well, Chicago's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And from college to the pros, Richard, you played for some legendary coaches. And speaking of coaching, that's something you've ever entertained doing?
I never have, and I never will. Coaching, the amount of hours that you have to spend sounds exhausting. I love my job right now, and you know why I love my job? Because I get to work with you.
Oh, listen, the feeling's mutual. Patrick Williams, he's checked in for Chicago. He makes 1 of 2 that time.
When you have an MVP caliber player like Joel Embiid, you have to be in win mode now, and the Sixers are doing everything they can to get their big fella to the finals.
Passes it to McDaniels. Puts it up from 12. Melton, no good. And it's Jones with the ball for the Bulls. That one drops for him. G's got 47 points.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, and that's made a huge difference. They're making the most of the chances on the break. Transition buckets decide more games than people think.
Is it hard, Richard, to balance the present and the future if you're a team like the 76ers?
No. You should have 100% focus on here and now. Why? Because players like Embiid only come around every 20, 30 years in your franchise. So you should just hedge all of your bets and try and get it done while you have the window.
And it feels like that is truly the direction. There's no deviating from it at all.
No, that's the direction. You look at the champions, the Golden State Warriors, the Milwaukee Bucks, the Lakers. They have all done the same thing. They went into win-now mode.
Philadelphia has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Inside. Reed misses. The Bulls have gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime. Shooting 8 of 15. 13 feet away. Another bucket. Wow. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Philadelphia shooting just 26% out there. A terrible showing from an offense capable of much better. Harris passes to Reed. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
Assisted by
Harris has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Chicago's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Outside Williams. Outside Jones.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Bulls.
At the line for Chicago.
One free throw good from G.
And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And some added toughness on the roster. Something Philly knew they needed after last year's playoffs. The hope is adding scrappy veterans like P.J. Tucker and DeAnthony Melton will help them further this go-round.
Reed misses.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's G. Drummond trying to get himself free, and that one is good. G's got 55.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And it's plays like that, Kevin, that show you why they are so far ahead. Didn't settle for anything outside and went right to the rim.
And here are the Bulls now. They're on a 19-6 run. Reed with the steal. And now Philadelphia on the break. And finished off by McDaniel.
Well, go ahead and just hammer it home, why don't you?
He might not be the athlete that some of the other big men are in this league, but my goodness, he still knows how to finish.
And he might not give you a highlight-worthy dunk anymore, but look, hey, 2 points is 2 points, and the big fella delivered.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Pass to Melton. Here's Reed. And he uses the glass on the lane. Reed's got 6 here in this quarter.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of it.
Here's G. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Green is checked in for Jones. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Philadelphia. The Bulls have had 15 tries at the line. They've made 10. Philadelphia's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Milton the pass to McDaniels. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. McDaniels got 9.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
They get it again. Williams dishes to G. Green passes to White. Here's G, and they call an illegal screen here.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You got to focus on the details.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Milton, and he makes good on the layup. He's got 10.
You'd love to get the ball this close in every trip where you can almost just not miss.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for Chicago. They'll be off to Brooklyn for a meeting with the Nets after this one. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
He found his groove right away and hasn't let up. It's not surprising that he's leading the way on offense.
And the pass to Reed. White with the double team. Melton against White. Melton kicks to Reed. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. This is his second trip to the free throw line.
At the line for the 76ers.
And the technical free throw is good.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
46 seconds left to play in the third. A three-pointer off the mark.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
And that one's good by G.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
Milton the pass to Reed. Now here's Melton. White covering. Plenty of space. Chicago grabs the miss. Green's got 4 rebounds now tonight, and the shot goes down. 64 points for G.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Here's Milton, and it's White with the rebound. Pass to G. He's feeling it. Uses the glass that time, and it's good. 66 points for G.
well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls able to put on a show for the ages. Their defense has been active and effective. And we'll be right back after this. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So with Harden on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. They've got Korkmaz. He's out there with Shake Milton. And it's Niang in at the power forward position.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
They double in with Drummond to the middle. And Dedmon throws it down.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Chicago's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Here's G. And good. He hits it again.
And that's 70.
He's unbelievable. The 76ers shooting just 29% in this game. They are not a pretty sight out there offensively. Pass to Niang. Williams comes with a double team. Here's Korkmaz. No good on the 3. The Bulls shooting the lights out in this building, 68% from the field. Here's Green. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out.
And really the story of this second half. One team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
To the inside, Williams. And the layup is good.
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Philadelphia's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Dedmon. And no good. Good D by Drummond. Here's G. Good, he hits again.
What a game. That's 72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one. And another great look at the 2K drive.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself. And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
For Chicago, they've gotten every shot they've taken so far in the fourth quarter to go in. That's 5 in a row to start the quarter. Connects again.
He's scoring at an insane level here, folks. The defense powerless to slow him down.
Yeah, he's on a mission, closing in on third place all-time in scoring.
And Wilt Chamberlain holds both the first and third place scoring marks. First, of course, for 100 points, and third place all-time with 78. Anytime Wilt's name comes up, you are making history.
The shot by House is no good. Here's Chicago. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Here's G. It's deflected, and the foul called on G. That'll be his second foul. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. See you later.
MP, Thanks for stopping by.
Come on, man. I always got time for you, Fred.
Hey, listen, I wanted to say thank you to you.
Huh?